Hey, what's going on, bud?
What's happening, man?
It's a great day. It's a great day. How are you doing today?
I'm always good, man. It's been a crazy week, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things changing around. Just trying to catch up. I was a little late on my video for Thursday this week. Of course, that didn't happen on Thursday. Happened probably about 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago. Timing was
better
impeccable.
late than never. Better late than never.
Timing was impeccable. Impeccable. Now, I don't. Have you had a chance to see Wayne one that I've got back here?
Picture. I saw the picture on Instagram, and then I know you were briefly showing me earlier in the week and stuff like that. So I was impressed. You finally got. Because I think you had it where before you had that nice sunshine, and then it would go down, and then it almost had that creepy old guy look. And, with the light underneath them.
Look, I agree. And that's the funny thing about what we do, right? Is we learn as we go, right? And we have to build the studios and stuff as we go. So this has been in the works for probably about 6 months, and as you can see, it's not complete behind me by any means. The shelves are still not 100% done. I'm sitting on a plastic table. I'm sure that this is going to change 3 or 4 or 5 times, but by the time I'm totally complete, I'm sure that this setup is going to change a couple of times. But for now, I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming out. And I called this Wayne one. I can't remember what news media it is, but they have this whole what they call Studio One. And I'm watching them one day, and I said, well, if they can have Studio One, I can have Wayne one. So,
why not?
That's right. So then was the birth of Studio Wayne one. Hey, so have you gotten any new Funkos in lately? Anything worth talking about?
I got those awesome Back to the Future pops for the video I just put out today. You know me, I with Back to the Future. I mean, I go crazy with them. I absolutely love them. But got that. In fact, the guest that we brought on today had sent me one of the pops that I opened up. It was fantastic. He and again, it kind of he fed into my other addiction of my Marvel Zombies with that. But fantastic guy. So definitely thankful for that. But no, other than that, I actually think I have a plan to go to what's that store we've been talking about? That other GameStop store.
ThinkGeek.
There you go.
Yes,
because I found one in the area, so I think I'm gonna maybe go and check that out tomorrow.
Yeah, ThinkGeek is a really awesome place. I mean, if you haven't went and checked out ThinkGeek, you definitely should. I mean, look, when it comes like right down to the places that I'm going to go to get. Okay, so if you're just curious on what like statues would look like or the different statue brands that are out there, ThinkGeek is what GameStop started to become for a while there until they said, hold on, if we're doing games, we don't need to be selling statues. So if you go on ThinkGeek, they have the Sideshow, they have the Hot Toys, they just have all kinds of crazy like collecting stuff that we all get into that you're not necessarily going to see at GameStop. So I mean, you really need to go check them out. You really do.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, we're gonna see. I did finally get another. I have another Entertainment Earth pre-order coming in. I think it's Master Chief one. Still, always a classic fan of Halo, so I had to get that Master Chief one. But other than that, not too much. Not too much going on lately. Other than I can't stop staring at this awesome Mandalorian over here.
The awesome Mandalorian. Which Mandalorian is it?
The 10-inch.
Oh, I didn't get that one. So I already have a 10-inch Boba Fett. I know that the Mandalorian and Boba Fett aren't the same, so don't scout me in the comments. I already know this. Look, Chris, you don't have to tell me this, but their armor is so similar to me that once I have 2 or 3 of one, I don't necessarily need one of the other one. You know what I mean?
I just had to go for the shininess.
I agree.
That helmet was so shiny, I had to get it.
Right. No, I agree. I almost grabbed it a couple of times, and then I just decided I already had a 10-inch Boba Fett. I wasn't going to do it. I did recently, though, pick up the little 3.5 Mandalorian where he's holding the child and he's the jet.
The jetpack.
The flames is actually what's keeping him off the ground, kind of like the stand. That is a really awesome pop.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah, that's a cool one. That's a pretty awesome pop.
Well, why don't we hit up this chat shout out? We got a bunch of people in here already. Some people have been in here real early. As we have Fabian joined us quite early. Good vibes, buddy. I do appreciate it. We've got the instigator among all instigators, the bearded barbarian. We've got our good buddy Remy is back. I'm back. Melon Farmers, okay. Remy, comic book poser. Thank you for coming back. We've got our good friend, our fact checker, JKL. Over in the UK, we've got Andy Roberts. In fact, both of them, I don't know if they've hit you up, but they've actually, I think the whole family watches because Andy's wife even hit me up on one of my comics. She commented on my Black Light box over here, and on one of my videos, and I was like, "Yeah, I just made that." She goes, "Can you make me one?" I'm like, "I'm not shipping that over to." I'm thinking myself, I'm not shipping that over to the UK. That's no.
You should have told her that your carpenter skills weren't that great, anyways.
Trust me, you don't want to look too close into this.
That's what you should have said.
My measurements weren't exact by any means. We've got OTT with G. What's up, buddy? Always good to see you. We've got Vinyl Figure Fan. What's going on? We got a useful unboxing. Now, mind you, this comment right here is a direct. He did a Instagram live, I don't know, a couple hours ago. I was in the middle of finishing editing my video. So I decided to pop into his thing, and I just started asking him the most random questions, like what's the meaning of life?
Oh no!
I started asking these random questions while he's opening up some cards. So he's a good sport about it. So he decided to come back and return the favor.
I don't know that I blame him.
We've got our second guest on already in here. We got the Shannon show.
Shannon, what's up, buddy?
We've got the man with the mystery boxes, Candyman RIP. Hopefully he's getting ready to do another run of mystery boxes because I'm going to be looking forward to that one. We've got all the way from Japan. We've got Gay Titus. What's happening? We've got our buddy Fetch Frequency. That was fun having him on the panel the other day. He brought a whole new element to that.
Well, he was supposed to be with us on the trailer and then the first one, and then he just had stuff in life that got in the way. We know how that works.
We get it.
Yeah.
Trust me, we get that more than you know.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about that panel. That's a great panel. Come on, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
We got Wayne's wife. Chrome is my favorite color. Hey, I don't disagree with that.
I don't either. I don't disagree with that at all.
We got Head of the Kingdom. We've got Chase's Kingdom in. What's going on, buddy? I had to put this comment. Yeah, my wife loves your light box. Looks like I'm building. yeah, you better. You may be building one pretty soon.
He'll send you the measurements. Don't worry.
You don't want to go by my measurements. I'm not a carpenter by any means. We've got Kenneth Burr. What's going on? And I think we are caught up with Collecting with Red. What's up? It's not, and we were actually, this brings up a quick conversation. We actually were talking about show names the other day. Yes. And I think Wayne, we actually brought that one up because Wayne had written that one down, that technically Wayne. But I think we finally came up with a name.
What are we thinking we came up with?
I think I actually put it in the Instagram post I put today with it's going to be the Wayne Tech Experience.
The Wayne Tech Experience. That's what I'm talking about. That just has a ring to it.
I think that's what we're going to go with.
It just has a ring to it.
We both thought that sounded pretty good.
Just has a ring to it. I like that.
All right. Now, before we get into this, we're going to bring our first guest in real soon. But as we always like to do is I like to bring to you guys, because you guys all know I do enjoy the mystery boxes. So I just want to go real quick on this one. But, it's still one that I've used in the past and had very good luck with. And
are you going to give us your mystery box pick of the week?
Yes, I am. I might as well get that on in real quick. All right, so let's get this one in here. So for my mystery box pick of the week is going to be Insane Toy Shop. Insane Toy Shop. They have some great mystery boxes. I've gotten some of their mystery boxes before and have opened them up. I've had real good luck. Their packaging is very nice. Unless I bought the damaged mystery box, I've never really had my pops damaged by any means. Prices are a little bit higher, but they give you good quality pops to go along with it. So I think I've always gotten my value back in these pops. But they've got things like the convention pops. They also do sometimes like they like right after San Diego Comic-Con, they had like a 3 box of San Diego Comic-Con pops, stuff like that. So Real good to see. You got like right here, NYCC exclusive 2018, 2019 mystery box. So, get you some exclusive stuff like that. But always done real well with Insane Toy Shop. Check them out if you guys want to. They've got some cheap ones, some expensive ones, whatever you guys want to get into. But that's my pick of the week.
Is that like a thing? Do you go out to mystery boxes that have different price values? Like some of them that maybe they're $100 a mystery box, or some of them that's maybe $20 a mystery box. Is there more of a lure going for the more expensive?
I like to see sometimes what you're going to get in different ranges, because there's one that I was looking at recently from Spastic Collectibles, and that was $150 mystery box.
Oh,
they had a certain guaranteed value, but sometimes it's also good to get a broad range, because you got people, the normal person not gonna be able to drop $150 on a mystery box just for no good reason. I mean, that
right.
If you want to, hey, do it. But sometimes you want to see what if I just got like a starter pack. You want to get into Funko collecting, you don't know what you want to collect, and you want to get a starter pack. You can get a quick, 6 Funkos for $40. I mean, 6 Funkos, $40, not a bad price.
Right, but the only problem is you don't know what those 6 Funkos are going to be,
exactly.
right? I mean,
you're not going to know what those 6 Funkos are. It's going to be random. With Insane Toy Shop, I never got those constant Fallout,
right.
Fortnite, anime. Now, again, I don't. Anime is probably the only one that I can get it. I can respect it because they look so good. They're very, very detailed. But I'm just not an anime guy.
I am only in Hero Academia, right? So when it comes to My Hero Academia, I watch a little bit of that. So I like collecting those. I like the characters in that, but I'm not really that big into anime. Not nearly as much as some of the other channels that we talk and hang out with. And so I respect that they're into them, but and the anime pops for some reason look really good.
Mm-hmm,
so yeah. I mean, if we're being honest, and the anime pops probably look better than most pops, I'm just not that into them. Just not that into them. But if we're going to go into before we get into our guests, I want to say that my pop pick of the week is going to be one that's not out yet. And can that be my pop pick of the week if it's not out yet?
I think it can. Can you pre-order it?
You cannot pre-order it right now. I don't think that it's up for pre-order yet.
I would say at least as long as it's announced. It
is. It has been announced. So it's going to be the Red Chrome Mandalorian, the Target exclusive. Now this pop,
though?
Yes, man. And look, but this pop drops November 30th. If it's something you're into, you really should go check that out. The thing with pre-ordering from Target though is it's almost impossible to pre-order stuff from Target. I don't know how they put the information out there on when it's dropping, but however they do it, people are way on top of that than I am. And I've tried to hunt to figure out how people are finding this information, and I just can't find it. So if anybody knows how you find that information, throw a comment over there and let us know exactly how to find. But it drops on the 30th. And what I have discovered about Target is if you are there before they open, there's only probably 4 or 5 people that have the same intention as we do as collectors. So if you get there 10, 15 minutes before they open, you'll be first or second in line. You're almost guaranteed to get it. I'm going to be there come November 30th because you know how I feel about the Mandalorian. And look, I kind of like the pops that they do like that. I had the blue Chrome Batman that they came out with last year in the SDCC. So that's one of my favorite pops. And I know that it's the Chrome, but it to me they overdo it. I mean, I get that side of it, but that's one of my favorite pops.
I don't have any Chrome in my collection.
No, none.
The few Chromes that I've gotten in mystery boxes, I've sold them. I don't care for them. I just don't. I get that. To me, I think the Chrome just takes the detail out.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but when I put that blue Chrome Batman with the other 15 Batman, it looks good. I mean, it just looks good sitting there. All right.
Well, let's get into it. So we got a good friend of ours. Been a great supporter of the show. I know you guys have seen him around. He's just a good guy for the community, and he's another one that I am going to say right now that you all need to hit the description down below and get over to this guy's channel and hit that subscribe button, because there's no way this guy should have less than 200-300 subscribers. I can't remember how many he has, but I was looking at the other day and going, wow, how does he have this low amount? So get over there, hit that subscribe button, and bring him in. But he is a fantastic dude. We absolutely enjoy him. We're going to bring in Yessilou Comics and Pops. What is going on, buddy?
How you doing, guys?
Hey, Yessilou, how are you doing, buddy?
Good, doing good.
Hey, thank you for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.
So I was watching some of your, mind you, actually, first I have to say from that video today, I want to thank you very much for that Mysterio.
No problem. Happy to help, man.
I don't say that I'm going out looking for Pops to get people to send me anything, stuff like that. These are some things that I usually try to hunt for. But you had hit me up and you weren't taking no for an answer. So I definitely appreciate that.
No, it's no problem. I was thinking of collecting that line, but I decided I don't want to. I do the Venomize. I figure that's enough because I see what's coming. I just stick to one because that looks to be big. This is big.
So speaking of the Venomize, have you seen that what is it? GameStop's going to do their new mystery box this year. It's going to be the Avengers Venomize. You seen that?
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Are you going to get you some mystery boxes?
I have every single Venomize, so yeah, I'm probably gonna wind up finding all those. So. Yeah.
Hey, that's got to be a lot of them, though. I mean, they came out with what, 3, 4, 5 waves?
Oh,
yeah,
a lot. It's a lot. There's a wave that's not technically Venomized. It's a maximum Venom. It's out of the cartoon, the Disney cartoon. So they are Venomized Pops, but they're not Venomized in title.
Right.
See, I think that's the thing is I like the Venomized Pops. I just didn't get into collecting them. And, I figured when I saw the zombies come out, I was like, okay, this is something new. And I think this is going to be the next Venomized set. And I want these. I'm totally down for them. And I'm trying to get all of them if I can.
Yeah, I like them too, but it's just too much.
So I noticed behind you, of course, you seem to be kind of a person like me. You probably keep some Pops in boxes. You take some Pops out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Lately, I've been taking more out.
I don't disagree with that. I took my Mandalorian out, and to me, I think that there's fun in that because again, these are great looking details of stuff, and they should be displayed in some great way. There's also some fun with even having a display like mine or like Wayne's of all the boxes. So it's hard to decide what you want to do, but definitely. But I like your setup with the comic books along with that. That's a fantastic setup back there.
Thank you. It's fun, setting it up together.
So I'm a little bit of both. I take them in the box. I leave them out of the box. Yeah. They go either way. I have some of them behind me that are out of the box, some of them behind me that are in the box. At one point, I thought I was an out-of-the-box collector. I'm starting to discover that that's not the case. I'm definitely an in-the-box collector.
I'm starting to feel it out, but...
Yeah?
I just thought it was the box was just too big. It was just too big to leave in the box, and it looks awesome. And it looks awesome stuff. So
that is a really good one. That's a really good one out of the box.
I even think I'm throwing out the box.
Yeah, that's a good pop, though. I really, really like that. Now, I know you're doing the street art just like Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know for myself, I haven't gotten into it yet. I love them. I like them. But I know once I get one, I'm going to have to get all of them. So I'm not completely ready for that just yet. But let me ask you this. I always like to ask this to any of our guests. What Pop started you on this Funko journey? Or were you a comic guy or a Pop guy first?
I've been a comic guy since I was before Preach. I was, and I was reading comics since I was like 8. Okay. So I started collecting when I was 12. The Pops, I got a Pop. I mean, I'd seen them before I got my first Pop. But it was like a Secret Santa at work. Somebody gave me a Pop. Yeah. It was Daryl Dixon with crossbow. It's still it's not worth much now, but I still have it, and that set it off. Next Pop I got, I went to a New York Comic Con 2015. I got a Stan Lee superhero Pop.
Ooh.
Yeah, from there, I was done. Yeah, I was done.
I find that to be a common thing. I know with myself and with Wayne, even that first Pop, you're never going to give away that first Pop. And that first Pop really isn't worth a whole lot by any means, but you're never going to give that first Pop away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was the first one.
That's right.
I was the gateway.
Yes, that's the gateway. Absolutely.
And then
that
down
was
the
one that
rabbit
started
hole
it.
we all went.
Yeah.
So I know you had a lot of Spider-Man books back there. Are you really into Spider-Man? Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite character. Yeah, out of I have about 5,000 comics. More than half are Spider-Man.
Wow, that's a lot of comic books.
I think that's.
Are you up to date with Mr. Comics, where Mr. Comics was going after every ASM?
Oh, I wish. I want this one. That's the dream, but I'm nowhere near what he has. No,
he's got an amazing collection.
He's got an amazing collection. Yeah, I mean, I got some nice older issues, but yeah, he's got some nice ones.
And we will get him. I have talked to him. We are going to have him on the show one day. It's a fantastic guy. But
yeah, he's great.
Yeah, so how big a mass has your collection gotten?
It's over 500 now. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah.
That's really big.
I mean, to where I'm gonna have to rearrange some stuff because I tried selling. I had a Macari page.
Okay.
And I'm not a salesman. I just don't like it. I'd rather give it away than sell it. I don't know what it is.
Well, you're like me. You seem to do a lot of mystery boxes too. I
just started mystery boxes. I didn't like them. Like I don't like the big companies. I'd rather buy the mystery boxes from YouTubers. Mm-hmm. The Luau, Mama J. I seem to get back better value, and helping up a fellow YouTuber is more gratifying than just. But they're fun. They're fun too.
Yeah. Go ahead, Wayne.
So, what's your most expensive pop?
Ooh, good one.
Which I got to go ahead and hit you real quick.
The Mickey Matterhorn from last year's New York Comic Con.
Ooh,
and right behind that, I believe my Venomized Anti-Venom. That's getting up there.
Venomized Anti-Venom.
Ooh, yeah. Was that pop in the box?
Lunchbox exclusive with the shirt. It came with this shirt. Yeah. No, that's Papa. Yeah, box lunch.
Oh, that's right. That
one. Lunch. That one actually went down a bit. It's like under 100 now. That Anti-Venom pop in the box.
Oh yeah. But they haven't brought any more back into stock. I've been looking for it to try to grab it, but they won't bring it back into stock.
Actually, in the house, because my daughter and son-in-law collect, they're in the next room. They have last year's Batman Chrome that's worth a couple hundred, and they have a couple. They have most of the anime stuff I show is their stuff. The Dragon Ball Z's and stuff. So this room has 500 pops. There's a lot more. There's like another 300 in the next room.
So I know.
I'd have a divorce if I had them. Look, I've made a hard rule. I've drawn a line in the sand, and once I start outgrowing this space, I'm gonna start selling. Something's gonna happen. I'll just start selling off the ones I'm not that fond of, and start bringing in new ones. That's a lot of pops. I don't know how you have space for that many.
That's only because Wayne's wife won't give him more shelves.
Or probably not. I'm not even going to ask. I'm not even foolish enough to ask that question anymore. That question's done.
Yeah.
Also, in the chat, if you guys have any questions for our friend Yessilou Comics, definitely put in the chat, and I will be looking for them. But out of those, now of course we all know what our original one is. But out of all that collection, aside from it could be your most expensive one, it could be your original one. What is your most favorite pop period that you have that when you got it, you found that in a hunt and you were like, man, that's awesome.
It's got to be my Stanley superhero pop. That second pop I got.
Okay.
That's the same year I got to meet him. The very next day.
Did you get it signed?
Not the pop. I got a comic sign and I got my tattoo signed.
You actually got it signed by Stan.
Yeah, I didn't have enough to get the pop signed, so I said, you know what? I'll get the tattoo and the comic. I'm still more of a comic collector, but I said, let me get the comic sign and my arm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Trying to keep an eye.
I wish I did, but
hey, look, you got a comic sign. That's good enough. And you say that he signed. So how did you do that? You had him sign your arm and then went over to one of the tattoo booths?
I was able to pay for the signatures beforehand. So all it was is getting the appointment, like the time schedule. Right. You pay that online before the con. So I just waited it was 11 o'clock. I waited for him to show up, and they just I gave you my tickets from my online paper, and you said, "What do you want signed?" I said, "With the tattoo in this comic."
So did you immediately?
He patted me on the back after he saw it.
Yours? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he thought it was cool. Yeah,
we do. Cool. We do have one question from our good buddy overseas. We got Pop T says, Yessilou, is there a commercial shop you don't like to buy from because of a bad experience?
I've been pretty lucky with shipping. No, I mean, no, I haven't been able to buy from certain shops just because mystery boxes that are 200, 300. I'm not buying that.
Well, I know we got another one. Of course, I'm pretty sure I'm going to know the answer to this one. But what's your favorite line, Marvel, DC?
Make mine Marvel all day.
Oh, here we go. Some more Marvel people.
Okay. Hold on. I have to ask this only because it's probably been a month now that I've been on a rant for this, and I'm probably sure you have seen this. New Batman. Yes.
The new guy? I actually think he's a good actor. I think he'll pull it off, but it's the glittery vampire guy. I don't know.
I think you have to give him a chance, right? We have to give him a chance.
He's a good actor.
There's been some pretty bad.
I think
there's been some pretty bad Batman. I mean, he can't get as bad as some of them.
I'm either one. By the time that movie comes out, I'm either going to be one coming back to the chat with my tail between my legs, or I'm going to be running circles because it was that bad. Because I've stayed on the side of I don't like him as an actor. I hate Robert. I dislike his acting. I think he's a chick flick actor, and he needs to stay there.
Yeah. I don't know. I say we have to give him a chance. Give him a chance. Look, I think Ben Affleck was pretty bad when it comes to Batman. I don't know how you can get worse than that.
But mind you, I don't know if anyone noticed recently, but being a Marvel fan, you got to have Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Did anyone notice that WandaVision has a release date now?
Yes.
No. December 20th.
I didn't notice that. You get on there for something other than The Mandalorian?
That's the only reason I bought Disney Plus was for the Marvel shows.
I didn't know people got on there for anything other than The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian was second. When I started Disney Plus, I didn't even watch them because again, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, and I didn't watch it. And I had a bunch of friends going, "Man, did you watch The Mandalorian?" I'm like, "No, not really. I wasn't even really planning on it." And then I read more into it, and the only reason I was like, I'm going to give this a try, is because of who directed the first one. And for some reason his name is completely out of my head right now, but it's the guy who played Happy from Iron Man. And he's just every video film he's ever directed has been absolutely fantastic. Even from early Xanthora to Iron Man, I can't remember his name, but I'm sure we're gonna have the human fact checker and JKL hitting me up at any moment.
I haven't seen JKL over there today. I was kind of wondering where he was. We haven't had our fact checker over there.
Hold on, Remy has beat him to it. It's Kevin Favreau.
Kevin Favreau. Well, I mean, look, we knew when Disney took that over, they were going to do great things with it. I mean,
John Favreau.
Disney has done great things with it.
Dyslexia. I read it wrong. But I know Wayne is definitely the Star Wars guy, and I got sucked into it, and it was absolutely fantastic. I'm glad I did. It's a great show, and
a good show.
Yeah, I think they did fantastic.
My wife is even into the Mandalorian.
What is WandaVision about?
It's a good question.
What do you mean? That's a good question.
The clips have it all up and down all over. I think it has something to do with being in Vision's mind. And I also think there's going to be something about the multiverse dabbled into it.
It's Scarlet Witch with the reality powers. It's her mind.
Right. Well, this would have been a whole comic book beforehand, right?
Yeah. Well, based on the comics, yeah.
Right. I mean, anytime they release stuff like Marvel, it's always based off a comic book somewhere, even if they kind of get stretched into like they even if they give a stretched interpretation of the comic book, I mean it's still based off a comic book. I've just never heard of it. Never heard of it. So what do you have in your collection lately, Yessilou, that you've been collecting? What kind of pops are you collecting?
I just started getting into the He-Man, mainly for the villains. I love the villains, especially the pops. I think they look awesome. So I've been doing that, and the street art and the series, the regular art series in the little cases. I like those.
Yeah, so the art series, the street art, all of those that you've named that I've been into here lately. Yeah. Did you get the Skeletor on the Panther that they got coming out? Pre-order that one?
Oh no, I got the Gemini collectible battle armor.
You didn't pre-order the Skeletor on the Panther?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I did that because well, those remind me of. Do you remember when we were a kid and they had those the whole like the cats and you sit them on there? That's what those remind me of. I mean, they strongly remind me of my childhood. So I actually got He-Man on the cat, and I've got that. I pre-ordered the Skeletor on the Panther because I think those would just look really awesome together. Really awesome together. So is that metallic version that you have there, or?
Yeah, it's a metallic one. I ordered this week. It came super fast. It came, I ordered Monday. It came yesterday. So
where did you order? Yeah.
Gemini Collectibles.
That was super fast. Super fast.
I'll have to check them out. We did have another question from Pop T. This is Yessilou. What do you think about the Marvel Lucha Pops?
I actually like those. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm an old school wrestling fan, but I just thought they were interesting. Plus, I get all the Spider-Man because I'm buying Spider-Man Pops. You know, whatever I get my hands on. So
did you see the new Miles Morales that they came out with today that's going to have the chase variant? Yes. That's pretty awesome.
Yes, I did. They look great. Some places are pre-ordering them, but I think I'll go with the GameStop because the place I saw was selling the chase already for $34.
It's Big Apple Collectibles. They always do that. I don't order from Big Apple Collectibles because of that. I'm not ordering from a company that separates their chases and then marks it up. It just me it takes all of the fun out of having a chase. I mean, if I can just order the chase, then why like do things like go out early and try and find them, or buy a bunch of them hoping you get a chase? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't collect from them because of that.
Yeah, and I like it the way like Pop in the Box did, like with that Ironheart I got. You know, it was their own exclusive, but they say you got a 1 in 6 chance to get the chase. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't get it on this time, but I at least would rather have the chance for the same price.
Right.
Don't mark up the chase just because you got the chase. Give everybody the same chance as you would in the store.
Right.
And yeah, we've that's probably the one company we've really, because I think we had an incident where him and I just happened to be talking one time about San Diego outside of the show, and I had just gotten a notification from Pop in the Box. I have gotten boxes from them in the past, and all of a sudden, every single pop from the San Diego Comic-Con was doubled in price at minimum. I'm like, that's just not right.
Yeah, I mean, and they had to use bots to get them. I mean, think about that for a minute. Not only did they mark the price up to get it, but it's not like Funko said, "Here, company, I'll sell you all of the con exclusives, and then you redistribute them." They didn't do that. Those guys had to use bots. They had to use people. I mean, look, they acquired them in every dirty way that I could think of, and then resold them the very next day, and probably not even the next day. They probably went on the site the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
before they got them, they had to be up before they had them.
Right. So they will never ever get my business because of that. It's whatever. They do, have some pretty awesome mystery boxes, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not gonna order it from them.
Yeah.
Just not gonna do it.
We got another question from Vinyl Figure Fan. Yessilou, do you like the soda figures?
They're okay. I don't have any yet. I don't know if I'm gonna. But I don't know.
I know I'm on that meeting. I got 2 of them. I know Wayne's the big soda pop.
Yeah. I like the sodas, and I'm having a problem with my sodas. So they're sitting in 2 china cabinets that I have upstairs. And every year we do this whole, my house turns into this Christmas crack fiasco. So there'll be 7 trees in my house and wreaths, and just Christmas just throws up everywhere in my house. Which, look, I'm not complaining. I love it, to be honest with y'all. We even end up with a Christmas tree in our shower, if that makes any sense. But we end up one in our shower. I've got to get all of those sodas out and find somewhere to put them, because my daughter probably has 100 Santas that go in those cabinets every year, and she like carefully places them in there, and they're like this tall. And looks, these Santas cost more than some of the figures I collect. I mean, so, and she just it's her whole ritual. So I've got to get those out real soon. Why aren't you collecting the sodas? The sodas are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they're cool. I actually like the way they're, you can't really hide. I mean, you totally can hide the fact that chase or not chase. You have to open it and see it. That's kind of cool, but I don't know. I haven't brought any yet. Nothing has really grabbed me that I wanted to buy. So
if they come out with a Spider-Man soda, are you going to go after that one?
Yeah, I'm going to buy that. Yeah.
they did just announce the first Marvel one, which is Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos.
It's slowly, surely coming. I mean, it's coming.
If they're releasing Thanos, that the Marvel ones are due to start coming in soon. That's what I'm.
I thought that might be up. I thought that might be a licensing problem while we haven't seen it yet, but they did the Thanos, so hopefully there'll be more coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump all over the Thanos. I think that one's gonna be cool. And the Chase's Kingdom says, yeah, they grow on you like fungus.
They kind of do, and vinyl figure. Yeah, I'll make sure I make a video when I'm moving those guys, because I really got to figure out where they're going. And to answer your question earlier, Chase, it's going to be Pulp Fiction. So they have not come out with the Pulp Fiction Pops, and I would like to see a line of Pulp Fiction Pops. I would like to see Samuel L. Jackson and all of those figures from Pulp Fiction. Uma Thurman. I mean, that's like my number 2 movie of all time. So I'd like to see that one.
So wait, I need to back up for a moment. Do we just say that you set up dolls in your house for Christmas?
Oh yeah, I got a Nutcracker that's like 6 foot tall.
Ooh.
He's the coolest thing. I wanted 2 of them, but one of them came in damaged. I got so pissed off, I made them take it back. So I wanted 2 of them to put by my fireplace, but I've got one right now, and I put him in front of the kids' doors and stuff from time to time. It's kind of funny.
I'm never going to your house for Christmas. I'm never going to your house for Christmas.
Look, he's 6 foot
hate dolls. I hate dolls. They creep me out.
Oh man, my house turns into a whole like Christmas story come Christmas time. And my wife wanted to start doing it last week. She was like, "Hey, can we start putting up trees?" And I kind of had to be like, no, not right now. But I'm kind of thinking now that they'll be up before Thanksgiving. I mean, my house will be completely decorated before Thanksgiving. Look, it's a lot of fun. They love doing it.
That brings a question. See, in my house, I have a rule, and trust me, if I let my wife, she would have had Christmas stuff up the day after Halloween. I have a rule because I like Thanksgiving. That
I do too.
No Christmas stuff can go up until after Thanksgiving dinner.
I agree with you, but here's the problem, right? If you wait, when you have as much as my wife and my kids do when they like decorate for Christmas, if you wait until after Thanksgiving, it almost feels like you kind of got gypped, right? You did a lot of work and you only got to see it for 4 weeks. So if you back that up just a couple of weeks, then you feel better about it. You feel better about putting that much work. I mean, because it will take a complete 2 days to get everything set up. I mean, it will take a complete weekend. Look, I'm going to make sure I send you pictures of it, because you're going to be like, oh, you're serious. I'm dead serious. I got an elf on the shelf that really it tortured everybody for a whole Christmas. For a whole Christmas, I was taking glitter.
Elf on the shelf,
I was taking glitter and putting it in my kids' school book, so when they got to school and opened it up, the glitter would pour out everywhere. Oh. Having lots and lots of fun with that kind of stuff. So Yessilou, do y'all do a big Thanksgiving? What do you do for Thanksgiving?
Most of the family's gone, so it's usually the family that's here, and my wife. That's it. But we cook a lot,
right?
It's enough food for the week after.
So, what's your favorite thing on Thanksgiving? What's your favorite food? Do you have a favorite food? I have a favorite food for Thanksgiving.
Food, we cook the pork shoulder.
Right. So you do like a barbecue style pork shoulder? Yeah. That sounds good. Apple pie is my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't really care if anything else gets cooked, as long as an apple pie gets made. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Chris, what is it? Give it up. What is it?
My wife makes some of the best mashed potatoes and gravy. I will say. Fair enough. Fantastic. But yeah, and see, this is where I don't get the whole pumpkin spice craze. In fact, I hate the whole pumpkin spice phase. I dread it every year when it happens, because in my mind, the only thing that should be made into pumpkin should have anything in pumpkin is pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin.
I love some pumpkin pie. Anything else with pumpkin in it? No.
I've never been in that into pumpkin pie ever. I never understood the whole pumpkin craze neither, with like the pumpkin lattes and the.
I don't get it either.
I never understood any of that.
Yeah. Coffee to me should taste like coffee.
I'm with you. It should taste like a coffee. And you try and tell people that, and they look at you like you're crazy. I'm like, no, I want it to taste like a coffee. don't mess my coffee up.
I don't mind some flavored coffee, some French vanilla or something, but I can't do pumpkin.
Hey, I guess I just never got into the flavored coffees. I want a little cream and sugar, and that's it. Then I just want to do what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't even need cream and sugar, depending on where I'm at. I'll just drink it black.
Yeah, I could drink it black.
Hey.
Usually just cream, no sugar no more. I'm diabetic, but
no.
Oh,
yeah.
That happens.
I had enough. Apparently, I had enough sugar.
That she had enough sugar. So you were talking about your kids earlier. Have y'all gotten into Among Us yet? Is that something that we're getting into?
Oh,
sorry?
Yeah.
Among Us, the video game. Has your kids gotten into that yet?
They just went to GameStop. I don't know what they're getting. So,
You're gonna.
I know I'm getting my Spider-Man game today, but they're getting.
Oh, dude, that looks so good. I actually
Yeah.
want a PlayStation just to play that Miles Morales game, and I don't have one. I don't have any video games.
You don't have any? Yeah, I got it for the PS4. I'm not getting the PS5 for a while.
Hey, so when we get off of here, you're gonna have to ask your kids about Among Us. Now, they didn't get it from GameStop. It's some app that the kids are downloading. I didn't even really know what it was till 3 or 4 days ago. My kid had me playing it. Look, it is a lot of fun. When you're beside one of your friends or your kid like I was, it's a lot of fun. Now, I couldn't play it by myself. There's no way that I would just sit down and grab my phone and play it. But sitting beside my daughter, I can definitely like get down with some Among Us, because then it becomes funny, right? Then you're like plotting against everybody else. So it becomes fun at that point. It'll remind you a lot like of Clue. Do you remember playing the board game Clue? So
Yes.
It reminds me of Clue with electronics, right? So it's just a digital version of Clue is what it reminds me of. A lot of fun.
Okay.
Lots of fun. Did you just get the new PlayStation?
No, I ain't getting that for a while. I like to wait a while. Make sure all the kinks are worked out.
I noticed in watching some of your videos, you seem to, I just kind of started getting into it with my daughter, but you have a lot of fun bringing, kids into the videos. I almost seem like, watching some of your videos, you have more fun having the kids in the videos than just when it's just.
I think I work better like with a partner than just by myself. So it's fun. It's fun working with him. And he loves it. He thinks it's his channel now, so.
It's probably like my daughter. Like I said, my daughter, before I brought her on, she's gotten my youngest is even starting to do it now. They literally, I'll hear them talking to somebody, and I know there's nobody else in that room, and they've got a tablet in front of them. They're doing. I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, I'm making a video.
Just making a video. There's nothing wrong with letting them believe that it's their channel. Nothing at all wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing at all wrong with that. Kids are a lot of fun.
I think it's funny. I appreciate it. And now that I brought my daughter on one time, she keeps asking me now, Dad, when are we going to do another video? When are we going to do another video?
Well, look, I'm going to tell y'all to take advantage of that, because at some point they're gonna get too old for that, like mine, and they are not going to get near a camera. They're not going to do anything like that you want them to do. They're going to be like, yeah, no. I think my kid told me one time that she has friends. I asked her if she wanted to get in a video. She was like, no, I have friends. I was like, oh, okay, I appreciate that. I mean, so take advantage of that while y'all can, guys, because that will change one day. That one will change.
But what do you got? I mean, is where do you see your channel going? Is it just something you're enjoying and having fun with the family and stuff like that, or do you have future plans for it?
No, I mean, I want to do more like with the pops with quotes, putting little movie quotes behind it. I think I'm going to change it to Funko Pop Theater, but I want to do more with that, not just spinning around too. I got some ideas I'm going to do with that.
I did like that idea you did. That was a pretty creative. I haven't seen anybody do that yet, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, those are fun to make, but they're a little time consuming. But I'm just starting to do another one. I think I'm doing The Princess Bride next, so.
Ooh.
I'm working on that.
Oh, nice.
Any
I would
videos
like more
other than
Princess Bride pops, so I got put one out today, and I'm gonna make more tomorrow with the grandson for next week. But none, pops and comics, nothing different.
You wanna tell us what any of those are, or you wanna like make us wait?
Well, I got some. I got the Battle Armor Skeletor that I got. I got some
That is cool.
New Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pops that I found. And,
Those are pretty cool.
Some Nightmare Before Christmas pops that I got.
So are you really into the Nightmare Before Christmas? Tim Burton.
These are more for my daughter. More for my daughter than for me, but yeah, I like that movie also though.
Right.
I like it a lot. Oh, I also got I found the Yoda with Dagobah Hut. I found a clearance for like $9. I'm sure that.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. It's too cheap.
Yeah, when you find those, you gotta grab them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, buddy, I do appreciate it. Mind you, actually, one thing I did want to before we let you go. I know a lot. I've had some people ask me before, and I know we've gone back and forth, of course, with your name. Where does it come from?
My wife's name is Jasenia. I call her Jessie. So they're both right. Is Yessilou, or Yessilou. But I call it Yessilou.
Yessilou.
Yeah, but they're both right because it's technically Spanish term is Yessilou, comics and pops, but I call her Jessie. My Spanish is horrible.
Well, I know you were out here a couple months ago, and we didn't end up getting a chance to meet up. But next time you're out here in Florida, definitely come on by. We got to meet up, do a video together, go to some comic book stores or something.
Yeah, that'd be
should
great.
Be a lot of fun. But before we let you go, give yourself a shout out, and guys, get over to his channel. Links are in the description down below for both his Instagram and his YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Bring those subscribes up for him. This is a fantastic channel. So give yourself a shout out.
Hey guys, I'm Yessilou Comics and Pops. Please hit that subscribe button. Come hang out. It's a lot of fun. Hang out with my grandson. He'll do whatever he does. He'll count. He'll sing. Beat up my pop sometimes. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun playing with making videos with my grandson. Come hang out, please.
All right, guys, hit him up. Yessilou, thank you, buddy. I do appreciate you taking time out to come and talk to us.
Appreciate having me, guys.
You have a great one, buddy.
Yessilou, thank you for being here, bud. We appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you, guys.
Right.
Hey, guys, make sure that y'all go subscribe to his channel real quick and turn on those notifications. Check him out.
Yes, definitely. Great guy. Just a good member of the community. And, he does some fantastic stuff. And especially those comment videos. I think he's done one or two. I think the one that I know he was talking about, I watched, and it was fantastic. I've never seen it. Don't think anybody's done anything like him before. And I think it was a great video for him to do. So definitely something to check out.
Hey, did you notice something? I noticed something like as the days going on. Did you notice my lighting didn't change? No, not once has it changed.
Oh yeah, you haven't gone from light
it's
to
completely
like
dark outside. It's completely dark out there, and my lighting hasn't changed at all. It's kind of amazing.
You're not sitting as that creepy guy in the basement anymore.
No, not well. I'm still the creepy guy in the basement. I'm just the lighting doesn't show that anymore. I actually blocked out all of the windows down here so that I could control the lighting a little bit more. So I'm a firm believer in controlling the lighting.
And I had to make a comment real quick on Chase's. It said hashtag Minitech. I actually told my daughter recently that the fans from the channel as well as the live stream have given her a nickname, and she was actually taken back by it. I told her, I was like, I get, just leave it to the community. They're gonna give you a nickname of Minitech, and she absolutely loves it. So
hashtag Minitech.
Thank you guys for that. But we have another gentleman on here. He's visited our channel a few times, or our show a few times. He comes up with some great information. He's got a plethora of different things on his channel. Does a lot of great live streams. So he is fantastic. And we want to bring in a good friend of Shannon. What is going on, buddy?
What's going on?
What's going on, Mr. Techbot and WayneKo? Hey, man, first of all, I appreciate y'all inviting me to the show. Y'all caught me off guard with this, for real, man. Y'all caught me off guard big time.
He said, I'm all kind of off guard. So how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Hey man, I'm digging your overlays for real. I just been sitting here watching and watching. I'm hearing y'all talk, but just looking at your overlays, that red and white really goes together. I take it you use like the Avengers font or something from the way it's.
Yeah, it's not called Avengers, but it's something that Photoshop has.
Okay.
But yeah, and I have to give for that. I've got to get better at the transitions, but
Yeah.
you have to give credit to JB over there at Discovery Bay Comics.
Yeah.
For that one, because he's actually had to show me that trick, and that man. If you want to learn anything, you learn it from that man.
Right on.
But yeah, so thank you. I do appreciate it. So first of all, I've been meaning to ask you this ever since we invited you to come on. So I understand you're from North Carolina.
All day, brother. But
So that means you're a Duke fan, right?
All right. So now I'm confused, right? Because I was watching one of your videos and you were at an Indiana Toys convention, Comic-Con.
Indiana, but I'm from North Carolina is my.
Oh, okay. So I live in Indiana, but I'm from Georgia.
Okay. Hey,
Transplant.
hey, I hear you, brother.
So what part of Indiana you in?
I'm in Indianapolis, Naptown.
Oh, okay. So we're about 4 hours apart. I'm over here in I'm closer to you would know it as Fort Wayne.
Yeah. Oh man, I hit 69 to get right on up that way.
Yeah. I'm about 45 minutes from Fort Wayne. I mean, I'm a little north of it, but.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Oops. Hey, we lost you there.
I'm here. I'm still here. Hold on.
So what brought you to Indiana? I got to ask you.
It was different things. I mean, the work opportunities. I think the work options were much better here than back home.
Right.
So opportunity open. I ran right on through there, brother.
Right. Look, I don't blame you. Well, how do you like it up here?
Oh, it's nice. I've been up here for about 10 years now, man.
Oh, okay. So I've been up here about 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I really like it up here. I know, and people, when I say that back home, they think I'm crazy. They're like, "What do you mean you like it in the India?" Well, I love it up here. It gets cold, but hey, you know it.
That's the only thing I'm still trying to adjust to is that cold weather.
You're never gonna. To this day, look at right now. I think I'm freezing to death when I walk outside, and everybody says Georgia boy. I'm like, hey, look, I don't care. It is cold. It is. I mean,
it's funny, man.
I'll stay down here in Florida.
I love Florida, man. I got family down there too in Florida as well, man. I got family in Florida, down in Georgia too, man. Sure do. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sorry, I had to give you that little bit of harassment for that. I know the North Carolina logo, so I figured I had to give you a little bit of harassment. But anyways, you got something great going on. You got I've seen you do some cooking stuff. You do a lot of live chats, which is fantastic. But of course, you do some great mystery box pops, stuff like that as well. So of course, the first question I always like to ask every person is, what started? What pop started the craze?
Oh, good question. You know what? Me and my girlfriend, 2008, man. It was like year 2008. We was at the mall, and we was at Target. And see, we both love the Heat Miser and Snow Miser. Now, see, at that time, we saw them, but we didn't really know what a Funko Pop was in 2008. So we bought the Heat Miser and the Snow Miser. And I still got them. So those are originally my first two, but see, I didn't really know what it was. But then fast forward 2015, we went to the movies and we saw the movie, I believe it was the Minions, and it had King Bob in it. So, I really like King Bob so much. And I always kept seeing those Funko Pops pop up all the time at Barnes & Noble. Every time I go to Barnes & Noble, I would see Star Wars or Harry Potter or whatever. So I said, okay, let me go get King Bob. So then it started. Then I was like, oh, I really got the fever now. So 2015 and then 2016, that's when I really, really took it serious. So from 2016 to now, man, I just been going hard at it,
What's your favorite line of pops? So I see that you have a lot back there, and I can't really see what they are.
Oh, yeah.
But what's your favorite line of pops?
You know what? Actually, my focus has changed. I think I've been going towards more like ad icons. I believe that's where I've really been focused. Like one of my favorite ones right here is Jack in the Box right here. I love
that's a really nice one.
Yeah, Jack in the Box. I've been going with more towards the ad icons, man. It's like this past summer is like my focus theme has really changed to more just jumping on ad icons. Like I got oh, here we go. I got Ronald McDonald right here. I got the McDonald's pop, man. So I've been collecting those as well.
Nice.
I got both, man. My whole kingdom is just loaded, man. Man, y'all haven't even seen the half of this. You could take a tour up in here if you want it.
No, we had some of our chats that we're having a hard time hearing you. You're able to turn up your mic at all, or
Okay, how's this?
oh, that's a lot better.
That's a lot better.
All right.
That's a lot better. So I didn't really get into the Ronald McDonald line. I did here lately. I have been really big into the ad icons. I think that I'm more into the movie pops than anything. I used to think that I was more into Deadpool than anything, but the ad icons, I didn't grab the Ronald McDonald's. How do you feel about those? Are you a big fan of those?
Oh yeah, I love Ronald McDonald, man.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I recall all those old commercials, Ronald McDonald, before they stopped taking him away and the characters away in the commercial. Oh man, I used to love it watching the old commercials, man. Till this day I always been a Ronald McDonald fan, and plus the Happy Meals, of course,
Yeah.
but that's what it's always that retro memory. So I'm always linked to those old school memories. So anything old school like Ronald McDonald or like old school like the Cabbage Patch.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the garbage pail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, those are cool.
As far as McDonald's goes, I'm waiting for them to bring out those. Remember those old school '90s Chicken McNugget commercials
Yep.
of Dancing to the Grapevine and stuff like that. Those are the ones I'm waiting for.
That's what I was going to say. I'm really waiting on the grapes from the Dancing from the Grapevine. When they come out with those, I'm all on top of it.
Heard it through the grapevine.
That's right.
Oh, those are classic. Kids nowadays don't know that classic '90s special effects.
Yeah, I know, man. All the stop motion and stuff. Oh, I appreciate it so much, man. That stop motion with the California raisins, with the Hardys, everything, man. It's like they really actually took time, to really think it out and really make something really creative, man. Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I feed off of.
Pop T wants to know how many pops do you currently have?
Oh God, let's see here. I got pops and I got pops, Funko cereals, and the Pop Pez. I think in my collection I'm up to close to maybe 700 somewhere, maybe if that. Hey man, I tell you, man, I got stuff in Tupperware. I got like TV themes. I got movies, ad icons. I got a bunch of the Funko convention pops. I got the Black Light pops. I got Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Thor. No, and Captain America. I wanted Thor, but I couldn't find him over the summer.
So out of those 700, if you were to categorize like what type of pop you have the most of, like for me, it's Marvel. I have the most Marvel.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to say, wow. I think it's gonna have to come down either to Star Wars or Marvel. Those two are running head to head as far as like the most in my collection out of any kind of thing. Star Wars and Marvel pops, man. I believe so. Because it's like that. It's like a race, man. I think I might have more. Wow, I think I might have more Star Wars in my collection as far as pops. Because any chance I get, like I got the Chrome Star Wars, and I also got I bought those Chrome Star Wars back. Was it last year when they came out? The
Gold Chrome.
Yeah,
That was last year.
I think I'm gonna have to call it. I'm gonna have to say it's Star Wars, man, because I'm an old school Star Wars fan to the heart. So it's like, man.
You're speaking Wayne's language.
Yeah, you're speaking my language, and you start talking Star Wars. That's right. You start speaking my language.
You know what? I got some pops. Right behind me. Some Star Wars right here. Let's see here. You got this one right here, Vader.
I do not have any Vaders. No. Well, I have the Chrome Vader, so I have the Gold Vader.
Oh, you do?
Does that one count? I got the Gold Vader.
Yeah, I got Gold Vader. I got Chrome Yoda too. Right?
I got the Chrome Yoda too. Yeah.
I got him.
Yeah, I tried to grab all of those when they came out with them. So I have what is it? The Darth Maul and a few other ones in the gold.
Oh wow, you got Darth Maul. That's who I need. Darth Maul is my boy. Even though he's on the dark side, but he's still my boy.
Right.
Well, I don't think. I think we said it in our weekend panel about the Mandalorian, but I don't think that they've really given Darth Maul the justice I think he deserves, even as a bad guy, because he's got such a great look to him, such a great saber to him, and really all they had in the first movie was him running around, and then they killed him. It's like,
yeah, but he had 2 lightsabers. What do you mean?
it was still one of the great, but I would have liked to see him more. I would like to see more fighting.
Look, I wasn't really that into that character. I think that he looks really cool, but I wasn't really that into him. Now, when they came out with Kylo Ren, I was really into Kylo Ren. I mean, I could feel the dark side with Kylo Ren. He was kind of like Vader to me. It made the dark side a little cool.
Yeah, but you don't think that what's his name? Adam Driver wasn't trying a little too hard?
Probably. I mean, probably, but that was the peak of his career. I mean, that was it. Where do you go from there? I mean, that was it for him.
That's cold.
Well, I'm just being honest.
We do have another question from Vinyl Figure Fan. Do you have any Freddy Funkos?
Oh, matter of fact, I got. Here we go, right here. Oh, it's keying. You can see my green screen.
I was gonna say you gotta have a green screen on there somewhere.
Pretty cool one.
Yeah, I thought I had it turned off. Let me see. Boom.
That's one thing Wayne's been trying to get me to do is a green screen for a while there.
I love my green screen.
Okay,
I pull off like some wild stuff with my green screen.
That's cool. That's the holiday one.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it looked better with the green screen on. I thought in my heart that thing had like this whole like blue going on. Now my whole heart's hurt. Whole heart's hurt now that I see it without it.
No problem.
I mean, look at that. I was like, oh man. I was like, boy, that's pretty hot.
Oh.
Come on, tell me that doesn't look better.
Actually does. You know, when I'm sometime when I'm doing my live streams, stuff accidentally get keyed in, and actually it is a better effect than without it. You know what I mean? It gives it a more pop.
My whole heart hurts now that I've seen it without it.
Of course, we got our instigator among instigators, and I'm not. And mind you, guys, only reason I'm not, because I noticed earlier I'm not bringing up the comments on everyone because it changes. It screws up my overlays, but I gotta hit up JB and find out how to fix that a little bit. But of course, we have our instigator saying Darth Maul, all flash, no substance.
A second ago, he said that I was born before Ronald McDonald was a thing.
That's a good point too. He's been picking on your age forever.
You know, the funny thing is he's older than I am. I'm so confused on like how he picks on my age when he's older than I am. I don't think he believes it. I think like in his heart he's like, "There's no way."
The barbarian is going to be one of the biggest instigators I know.
I'm just gonna let him keep believing it though. It's okay. It's okay. So I think you told us, but how many pops do you say you have?
I think about close to 700.
Wow.
Still not the highest we've gotten from the show. The highest so far is still Cody over at Popular Opinion.
Yeah,
1,500.
Yeah, it was an awful amount. So when you start getting that many, right? Because I know that behind me it looks like there's a lot of pops, but there's really not. So if I did the count, there's probably in this general area a couple hundred pops.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so if I really did the math, that's all that's in this area, and that is a lot of pops, right? I mean, that's a lot of pops. How do you store that many pops?
I get some of those Tupperware bins from Walmart, and seriously. Then I just label them, and I just kind of keep them stacked and organized, so I know where to go for. I want this pop or that pop. It's just all organization, brother. Just taking advantage of your space and making the best out of it. You know, that's all I do, man. And I keep going. You know.
Now you change around your background of the pops from time to time.
I'm sorry.
Do you change your background of pops from time to time?
No, I keep it as is. It's just it's getting a little overcrowded, so I gotta do a little, or I gotta clean up a little bit. Matter of fact, I need to put some work in tomorrow on my pops, getting them a little better organized because it's got a little junky. So I like to try to keep things clean. That's the thing is, man, if you keep everything organized, it makes life a lot smoother. In the studio.
Yeah, no, it makes it a lot smoother. What I have to keep everything organized. I got a little bit of ADD going on, so if I don't, then I put my keys down somewhere that I don't normally put them, and then it takes me 3 hours to find them because I forgot that I set them on the countertop instead of beside my chair. So I have to have everything in order, or I lose things and forget things and can't figure it out. But as a married man, I need you to help me out with this conversation because I'm gonna need. Look, I had to like 2 shelves. Was pretty. It was a pretty hard conversation for me. I mean, it was a tough one. I need you to help me out on how I say, "Hey, wife, I need some totes to store my pops in." Because
mind you, she's probably watching.
We started the conversation already, then, didn't we? So I need to know, as a married man, how do I say, "Hey, babe, now I'm gonna need some totes."
Hey,
and how do I stay married with this conversation?
He was spending 2 months trying to get a wall. A wall is what I was, and I just told him he needs to build a she shed in the back.
So help me out with this conversation. I need to know how to approach this one on the right angle.
You just got to be smooth with it.
Yeah,
you got to be smooth, play. Just say, look, I'm gonna need this because I got a few things I gotta take care of. Well, just keep it simple. Don't even say why. Just I'm just trying to keep things, keep the house organized and all whatever you want to say. But be smooth with it.
Maybe if I get them in Christmas green and red, they'll blend in with the rest.
There you go. There you go.
I just camo them into the rest of it.
Hey, I like it, man.
You can stack them and make a green screen out of them.
That's right. I'm like, hey, babe, that's my new green screen. That's the newest thing.
I love it.
I think the camper, man. Wayne, we broken Wayne.
I think I'm gonna have to buy another camper this year. In the event of I get put back outside or something, I can just go fire up the generator with my toads.
Hold on.
Y'all ain't right.
The chat is going funny with this one. We got OTT with G says, "Are you kidding me? My wife went out and got the totes for me so I could get some space back."
He has a really understanding wife.
We've got the Beer Barbarian says, of course, this is coming from the Beer Barbarian. You may have to buy a large Tupperware container in the shape of a trash can. And then, of course, also Beer Barbarian did do hashtag elderly abuse.
Oh, God.
I'm prepaid with a divorce attorney.
Yessilou says, "This is what you do. You buy them, fill them up. When she sees them, you just say, what these things, they've always been there."
Yeah, they've always been there.
Take it easy, Pop T. Good to see you.
Pop to heat. Have a good night, bud. Have a good night. So how many totes would you say you have full of pops?
Oh, let's see here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So you just started looking at that wall.
Yeah. His green screen wall.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I got about 14 totes.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh.
But yeah, man, I still managed to get around. I still have space where I can have an alleyway where I can just walk around and get to them. But just
so it's not at hoarder status yet, right?
He started laughing. Yeah, it's at hoarder status.
Oh, wow, that's too funny, man.
Yep.
You caught me off guard with that.
Look, go paint them all green. Then you can tell your wife, "Hey, no, babe, that's my new green screen. That's the new thing."
Wow, this show has just gone completely awry.
What would you say your most expensive pop is? What's your most valuable pop in the collection?
Oh, good question, man. Because you know what? I believe it's going to be between Walter from The Big Lebowski and Mikey from The Goonies.
Oh, wow, that's a
Those
good
are
one.
both good ones.
Those are real good ones.
Yeah, I believe so. Those two. Oh, and maybe Kevin Smith. What's that Blunt Man and Chronics from last year?
That went up in price too.
I got the convention one. I didn't get the actual
nice
sticker, but I got a bunch of convention pops too. But I believe Walter and Mikey. No, I think Walter.
Walter's expensive.
Yeah, I got Walter.
So you're a convention guy.
Oh yeah, man. I go to those indie pop cons, comic cons all the time. And see, as you see, maybe on some of my videos, I like to shoot the celebrity panels too, man. And I love it, man, to death. Trying to get it was gonna be a good year this year. I believe Billy D. Williams was supposed to be at I believe it's Comic Con or Indie Pop Con, man.
Did you make it to C2E2?
No,
Chicago?
Man. No? I wish I could have, but
I'm going to tell you that you're missing out if you haven't made it to that one. That is a massive con. You know, they actually say that that's bigger than the New York con.
Really?
Yeah, it is a massive con. And so the first time I was ever going to film a con was at C2E2.
Mm-hmm.
Had my cameras, look like typical YouTuber, probably like had this flag on the back of me somewhere that said YouTuber somewhere back there. I froze. I think I got like,
it's not easy to do.
I think I got like a whole 5 minutes worth of like video. I mean, I just straight froze. I mean, there's people everywhere. And so you can't really like talk to the camera. You're bumping into people. It's chaotic. It was a lot of fun. But now that I've done it, I think I could do it and get away with it.
Oh man, I would love to. I know it was there last year in Chicago, and I missed it. But the big one I'm trying to catch is San Diego Comic Con. You know, where once
the granddaddy of them all.
That's the one I'm gunning for, man, big time. If I can just get there one time, man, I got all the equipment stuff. I know what to do. You know, recording everything. Just get my foot in the door. You know.
You got to go in there and sign up for a media pass.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually I appreciate that, man, because I love shooting video with cameras, you know, and stuff. Yeah. That's what I do. Like I've done camera work for shows and stuff, shooting cameras for conventions and stuff.
It's definitely a different thing though. And like I said, I know I've said it many times in the past. You know, I've been trying to go out into Disney out here and try to film myself because it's different. It's one thing sitting here in my little studio corner here and talking in front of the camera, and it's another thing going out there in public, talking in front of a camera and get used to it. I got lucky. Different from Wayne was I almost did the same thing at a small Comic-Con they did out of the Space Coast, and luckily for me, a local, indie comic writer we just started talking, and he helped me break the ice, and that just started it from there on out. And I started interviewing people and things like that. It made it a lot easier to do from there on out because it made it comfortable. People at that point knew what I was there doing. And so it made it easier to understand. But yeah, it's not, people don't realize it takes some time for you to get used to talking to a camera and walking around with everybody else looking at you going, what the hell is that guy doing?
Yeah. Well,
no, I'm great with it now, but I froze on that one.
It takes
froze.
practice.
Yeah, I froze on that one. So you said San Diego's on your bucket list. I would have thought New York would have been on the bucket list. See, so I think New York is the one that I'd like to hit next, like as a big con, and I'd like to go to E2. What is it? ECCC, Emerald City Comic Con. Well, it's so hard when you start saying things like SDCC and NY. It's Emerald City Con. That's a really cool one. But I think that one's super cool because it's Home of Funko, right? I mean, so you know that they're going to have a huge presence at that one. I mean, so those are on my list. Chris, which ones are on your list to hit?
Well, of course, we have a big one down here called MegaCon out here in Orlando. But of course, you have to go to San Diego. It's got to be on your bucket list. I mean, I think for me, the three big ones is going to be Emerald City, New York, and San Diego. But I know Wayne and I have talked about before of, eventually one day being able to take this whole shindig on the road and, just travel around to these different Comic-Cons doing live, not only doing videos for our own channels, but also doing live, streams from the Comic-Cons while we're there. And I know we've talked about it. That's one of our future goals to be able to do.
Yeah.
But that would definitely be fun. I think we'd enjoy it, and especially I know we've talked about meeting up with other YouTubers and stuff like that while we're out in different places and stuff. So it'd definitely be fun.
Oh yeah, man. That's the thing is just that little fear. But you know, with me, man, I'm a daredevil. Look, I look at it like this: you only live once, so it's gonna either be yay or nay when you come through there. So, look here, I don't have time to be afraid because if I'm sitting there being afraid, I won't get nothing done. But I just gotta bust the doors down and just go for it, man. Go in it headstrong for real. Just hey, if they say you can't, if I can't, but if I can, if I do it, nobody don't say anything, or if I don't see any signs that says you're not allowed to bring equipment in, just go for it, man. That's all you got to do.
Well, now they say I can't, and I'm bringing it anyways. They're like, you can't. I'm like, yeah, okay.
For us, our camera's our phone, so it's going to be with me regardless.
Yeah.
So,
I use a few different cameras. Do you that it's a good question for y'all. Do y'all use any cameras other than your phone? Because I use a few different cameras.
Oh yeah. I got a Sony. What is it? Sony AX. FDR AX 33. It shoots 4K, and I also got a Canon, but I got my iPhone 10, and I got a gimbals by FreeFly Systems, so it allows me to shoot like a cinematic with my phone, and I download software that comes with it, and it allows me to shoot with that real smooth motion when I'm recording with my gimbal, which I got over the
Right.
summer, so it's really nice, man. I shoot with those, but between those two cameras, man, I get a lot of nice quality. And like most of my videos you see, I'm using that Sony camera, that Sony 4K camera. And oh man, the quality on it. And plus getting your lighting right and your audio and everything it's a really nice production to put together.
Well, I think the lighting and the audio is the most important part.
Yeah. It
I
really
still
is.
use my iPhone for pretty much everything now.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my 11's got great camera to it and stuff like that. So I pretty much use, other than this camera, which is just a webcam that I'm using. But from all my videos and even when I go out and about, I still use my just cell phone.
Yeah, for the most part.
I'd like to drop money on a big camera, but we'll get there.
For the most part, I film everything on my iPhone when it comes to my studio, even some of the stuff, out in the wild, as we like to call it. But I got last year, my wife got me an Insta 360. I don't know if y'all have ever played with one of those. So this thing captures everything around you, right? So it loses the stick. So you extend the stick, it loses the stick. The software makes that go away. So it's basically like having a drone that just hovers out there with you. I love that thing, and I use that thing in a lot of places that I just would have never thought that I would use one. And I like my drone, and so I would guess that would be my camera setup.
Right.
That would be my camera setup.
I got to give it, even though this year has been rough for everyone, but it's kind of since it slowed down work for me, it's kind of freed up time for me to really focus on my channel. It's like I think I really stepped it up with my cameras and like my editing.
Yep.
And now with my camera, I still use the camera audio, but I bought a Zoom H5. So now what I do is I record my audio separate so I can go back and sync
sync it up together.
Yeah, I want to do everything separate like they do with movies. Everything is separated. So now I'm trying to follow that same format. And now plus I play around, do a little ADR as well, like they do with TV, everything, man. So it's like it's really coming together for me.
If you get the time, there's no reason not to play around and try new things and stuff like that. And I think that's definitely been the feeling with a lot of people is, if we've got the time and with everything going on, people being in the home, why not, spend some time on it when I get a little better. Now, I know Wayne and I talked about, I love to edit. Wayne enjoys editing, but I know there's a lot of people out there that don't really care for editing, but they try to do one shot. Like I know my buddy over there, Bearded Barbarian, he's not a big editor by any means, but he tries to go for the one shot and go from there. Yeah. But do you find fun in editing?
Oh, I love it, man. Oh, I get a lot of compliments.
I'll take it easy.
I'm sorry.
No, just people are leaving, so good friends of ours. But so anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I love editing. I get a lot of compliments on my editing all the time. I have other YouTubers that told me that they like my editing and the timing and everything. And here's the thing: I want to get that Blackmagic ATM Mini Pro.
Ooh, now you're speaking. Now you're speaking my language.
Hey, camera,
man, as many like production stuff I've been behind the scenes and watching those guys use video switchers and monitors. It's like I understand. I've actually ran a Blackmagic switcher board for a production, and I want to be on that same level with my channel. So I'm trying to, once I get the funds where I can do that, I want to have that same thing transfer over from what I learned and apply it to my YouTube channel, you know. So it's like it's just
Well, I think if I was going to have a switcher, I would just go with the Roadcast. I like the Roadcast as far as like home production and switchers and things like that. I thought you were talking about for cameras. Now, I'd love to have a Blackmagic camera. Now, that's what, a $10,000 camera. I mean, that is a really expensive camera. And then I also heard that they don't have any stabilization in them. So you have to kind of like do all the stabilization and gimbals and all of that stuff separate. So you're getting into like serious production. Do you do a whole lot of B-roll? Because that's one of my favorite things to make is B-roll.
Not I know I played around some, but I know how to do it where you overlay like the news reporters, same
Right.
every day. But I can do it as well if I want to. That's what I should get into because I really want to do more interviews and like as I'm talking to someone, whatever, you know, cut from A roll to the B roll as I'm telling the story. But oh yeah, it's like, man, it's like I understand all these elements, but it's just putting them all together and actually making it one thing, you know. And it's like once you start understanding the steps of going from point A to point B to point C, it's like what? It's like I know how to do this, but I just never applied, compose, put everything together as one, you know, which is really cool, man. It's like, oh wow,
you know, that's one of my favorite things to do is sit down and make B-roll. The A-roll to me is the A-roll's enjoying, but I really get pleasure out of making my B-roll, whether it's me making coffee or pulling my car out of the garage. Look, I think I spent 2 hours one day just deciding how I was going to get different shots in my garage in my car. So as I was pulling it out, and I know that's silly, but I enjoyed that more than the A-roll. So I think it just depends on what you're into.
Yeah, it's like, man, I got so many interests, but that's the thing. Cameras. I actually started. My mom got me hooked. I'll tell you. Here's a little story. When I got into cameras, I was little. I had to be. It was maybe preschool or somewhere in there, and my mom would come over there, and she would bring to the schoolhouse. She would bring her little Polaroid with the, you know, the one step, the white Polaroid with the little rainbow stripe, and she would put the flash on it. She would take pictures. So one day she gave me the camera, just told me to take pictures. I said, okay, I'll just try. It looks fun. And man, it's like from that first shot that I took, it's like
you're hooked,
man. And then and see, my mom also had the home movie, the Super 8 camera. She would, you know, film the home movies, and she would take them, give them development. She would play them, and I was just so amazed with the projector and how she set the reels up. It's like I just started observing from my mom, and then I just picked up from there, and my love for cameras just started growing more and more as I had to be maybe like 5 or 6, man. It's like over time it just really built, you know. And my own very first time actually using her old Super 8 camera, I was in the 4th grade, man. I still got that tape. It was a Kodak film, and I need to get it developed, man. That's my very first thing I ever did with me and my cousins over my grandma's house, man. It's like it's my mom's fault. You know, I had to blame her for getting me.
It's your mom's fault.
Yeah, it's my mom's fault. But yeah, man, that's the thing, you know. That's why I get excited. You know, people who are real passionate about anything, like with you guys. I love how you love your Funkos, your comic books. It's the love for it, you know. Regardless of somebody paid you or not to talk about it, it's something you love to do. Like Michael Jordan, you know, basketball players, they just love it, man. They could talk about it all day, all night, anywhere, you know.
Well, and we've talked about you got to enjoy what you're doing in order to do that. I mean, there's some people that take it too serious and want to get to that monetize and make money and stuff like that. That stuff's going to come. As long as you enjoy yourself and you know you enjoy what you're doing, that's all that matters. You know, so like I said, I mean, I like all this. I'm like you. I like to find all the aspects, find out, you know, how things work in the background. I'm also that weird numbered guy. I stare at analytics for YouTube a lot, and I try to see, like, you know, I play around with a lot of my tags. I try to see what works, what doesn't, you know, and stuff like that. So, and as far as film, I've gotten more because I've learned Photoshop a lot. I've gotten a little bit better on, of course, my thumbnails, and then, of course, you know, being able to add graphics into my, you know, things are popping up and stuff like that into my videos. So Photoshop has definitely helped to add to that. But what editing tool do you use?
Excuse me, just allergies bother me. Sorry about that. I use Final Cut Pro X on my Mac. That's how I edit my videos. But originally, I started out back in 2000 with iMovie, where I got my first Mac computer. It was a G4, and I started with iMovie.
I'm
And
still using iMovie right now. I haven't upgraded yet.
oh, good. Hey man, trust me, I know how it is because that's how I started out. But what everybody gets what fits with their budget, what's best suited for them. And so with me, I started with iMovie, and at the time I was still using I didn't have VHS, I had Super VHS. So I would take my home movies, and
Oh,
I had
wow.
many DV cameras. That's how I started. I got my home camera, and then I just started shooting family videos, home movies. I got like home movies from like back in 2001 up to footage now, man. It's like I've been archiving all my stuff, and I will learn how to figure out how to edit an iMovie. Because when I started playing around with iMovie, it was like back in '99. I was going to, y'all remember Comp USA?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's where when they was always on display. So I would go to the iMac, man. I would just jump on and start playing with it because I was really amazed how you could put a story together with this software. I was like, oh man, this seems simple enough. So I just started playing around and I started getting the hang of it. How you take music and coordinate it with your video, whether it's a picture slideshow or a movie or whatever. It was really fun playing around with, man. I love it so much.
Yeah, no, I think the storytelling side of it's my favorite part, right? And that's probably why I like B-roll so much. Is getting into the storytelling time. Bearded Barbarian, have a good night, bud. So, do you have any videos that are coming out that you would like to tell us about? Anything coming up the next week? Exciting? Any new? Like, I see that you do some cooking stuff. Hey, before we wrap this up, I tell you something. You have a poster that you had made. How
yeah.
do you get these posters?
Oh,
How do I get one of these posters?
well, it started from PopCon of last year. See what it is, you go to inside the exhibit halls and people always drawing people. They can make you like a superhero like
Right?
Iron Man or the Hulk or whoever. And the guy, his name is Nick Nix. You can find him on my Facebook page. Now he's the artist who drew me. So the first one I had him draw was me, a Iron Man. But then I was like, the next go around, I see him at the next convention. I should do this like for more production for me, like a character as myself. So then he had the idea and I had the idea because he said his wife likes Funkos and I like Funkos. So we started talking and we both had the same idea. So Nick took he had a picture of me and he drew me and made me into a Funko. And next thing I know, Nick made a poster of me and I paid for it. So it's really cool, man. So I had those made and now I started selling those. So people buy it and I sell them and I sign them too, man. So people really been digging my posters, man. Did you see my Slimer poster as well?
I didn't see your Slimer poster, but I seen your other poster. And so how do I get my signed copy of this poster?
You can hit me up on my Instagram.
You say hit me up on my Instagram.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, there are links in the description down below to Instagram and to his YouTube channel. So definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell us about you got coming up? Any videos, any special events? I noticed you do a lot of cooking, things like that.
Yeah, you got that fried chicken look damn good, by the way.
I'm sorry.
That fried chicken look damn good.
Oh, player, I hooked it up. That's when I transform into Chef Shannon. Yeah, I got different themes. Like I transform to Chef Shannon when I'm cooking, and like when the holidays come around, I'm Santa Claus. I become Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
So what I got coming up, I'm working on my last video. I think I uploaded it last week. Was I've been going around to taco trucks, man, and like what I do is I eat the food, I go and buy it, and then I review it in my car while I'm eating it, what it tastes like,
Right.
the flavor and everything. So I'm working on this next video. I'm gonna try to get it up in a day or two. My next taco tour is like my first one was Sure Shannon's Taco Tour 20. So now I got my second taco tour. It took like two days to shoot the video, trying to find the local trucks, in town, because my thing is the way I look at it, I want to feature local people, versus say like McDonald's or Hardee's chain restaurants. I want
like Action Bronson did.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna do it a lot like Action Bronson did with the whole like New York. Then he went from New York to different parts of the world.
Oh wow, that sounds kind of cool. But I figure I started at home base and just
right.
Work my way. But
do you know who Action Bronson is?
I'm not sure.
Look
Brother.
him up when we get off here. He has a whole Netflix series where he does basically what you're talking about. He would just go to different places. He'd eat. He was reviewing it in his van, and he just exploded into like a rapper. Just go check him out when we get off here. Yeah.
Sounds good, but that's the thing, man. I want to support the local people, help them out because I figure they need some love too. Give them a little attention because I'm sure they're not getting as much attention as they probably should. Because man, their food is really amazing with those taco trucks. It's like the flavor when they put that cilantro, the onions, you put that little sauce and cheese on it. Oh God, your toes just curl. Oh God. Oh, man.
We got OTT with G saying Shannon's World Taco Tour.
That's delicious. Yeah. Comic book poser knew. Look, he already knew. Action Bronson. I'm not gonna say it, but that's his whole that's delicious. The phrase you need to go check him out when we get off of here. Look, if nothing else, it'll give you a little bit of inspiration.
Hey, I love it, man, because I'm always looking for inspiration regardless. It's like it can be the tiniest little thing that can just set you off. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that, man, because I love getting into food. I want to get more serious into my cooking as well. I want to try to maybe do like a holiday video or something if I
That'd be fun.
Get the time to do it. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, buddy, I do appreciate you coming on, taking time out and joining us. Definitely before we go, hit yourself. Let us know what you got coming up. Give yourself a shout out.
Okay, everybody. My next video coming up, I should be sure Shannon's taco. I said taco dose, taco tour number 2020. That's my next video that should be posted in like a day or so coming up for this week. Hey man, I just want to say I really appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity. Because you can never thank people enough just giving you that chance to come on. So I appreciate y'all, Mr. Techbot and WayneKo. I appreciate you.
Oh man, you're welcome. We appreciate you coming on and letting me like have a good laugh. I love having a good laugh from time to time. I'm still not going to ask my wife for any totes because I just don't think that's going to go over well. I don't see that conversation going that well for me. I just look. I might get some green and red ones, so and camo them like into the other totes come the end of this season.
Well, definitely, guys, hit him up. Link is in the description down below. Go to his channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the like buttons on this video as well. But definitely hit him up. He's got something fantastic going on over there. He's got some great live streams, some cooking, some Funko Pops. You name it, he does it. So definitely hit him up over there. Sure, Shannon, it's been a pleasure.
Hey, have a good one, bud. It's been real fun.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all be safe now.
All right, take it easy, man. That was another fun one.
That was a fun one.
We met some more great YouTubers, as well as bringing it to it. I really enjoy doing these types of videos because we can definitely learn more about different people, and we can. It's always great to. I mean, it's almost like a brainstorming. You kind of get ideas from different people and stuff like that because everybody's got their own style and everybody does their own thing. So it's definitely fun to learn from others.
That's kind of the crazy part about doing these videos, right? It is that I guess your first assumption when you see people unbox things is you think, man, everybody's unboxing it exactly the same, right? They're just unboxing stuff until you start really looking at other channels and you start developing your own way of doing it. And then you realize everybody's doing it completely different. There is like no format that is the same for every single person. I mean, not a single one. And I think that's what makes a lot of this really awesome is I can take a Batman out of the box one way, and then you'll take him out a completely different way. So, that's just what makes a lot of this a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. So and as long as you have fun, just like he said, we both have taken the time. I've elevated since I've a year ago when I started doing the Funko Pops. I definitely do them a lot differently and stuff like that. And it's all about getting a little bit better, enjoying what you're doing, and elevating it to the next level. So that's it's fun to do. But yeah, definitely great person. Sure, Shannon, awesome guy to talk to. Yessilou, of course, a wonderful guy to talk to. Again, you guys both links and Instagrams are in the description down below. Hit them up, let them know. Don't forget to smash that like button on here as well. Before we go, what you got coming up this week, Wayne?
I don't really know what I got coming up this week. I kind of had a rough week. So at some point in this week, I felt like YouTube was suppressing my videos. Next week, I have some stuff coming up next week, but I don't think it was just me. I think everybody was kind of having a slow week last week. What do I have coming up? You know, I shoot mine a week in advance. So what's coming up next week has already been shot a week ago. I don't know. There's some good stuff coming up. Make sure you come check it out. I don't know what it is yet, but it's some good stuff. just go check it out.
And of course, don't forget we got the Mandalorian panel tomorrow. Don't say nothing. I'm actually going to watch.
I haven't seen it yet.
Right after I get off of here.
That's what I do. You know, I don't watch it until we get off of here. I have not watched it yet. I'm not like I was afraid that JKL and them were gonna like start giving us teasers.
I was the same way.
So I didn't. It took me like an hour to decide that I was even gonna go look and see what they were saying. But, you know, we have that coming up tomorrow at 3:30. Our Patreon only giveaway will be coming up, next week? That's a next week thing, right? So next Friday, we'll be doing our Patreon only giveaway. Guys, if you are not a member of our Patreons, you should go check them out. Together, they're going to be less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, if we're just being honest with each other. Make sure you go check those out. I don't necessarily know that they're down in the description, but, you know, if they're not.
I'm tossing around between mine, but I will actually be posting that up on the Patreon to let those guys know what I choose later this week and go from there. But, you know, that giveaway is going to be next week. Right now, there's only 4, so they got a 1 in 4 chance to win. I know our buddy Comic Book Poser over there is one, and a bunch of other people. So, definitely hit it up. Also, links are in the description down below. And but for me, be fun. I love doing the Mandalorian panel. It's a lot of fun. And then hopefully that this episode could be a lot better than last week's episode, in my own opinion. But
everybody has one. It's okay. We're entitled to them.
And of course, I got Techbot After Dark coming up tomorrow night. I do have a special guest coming on, so definitely come on and join us, and it'll be a lot of fun. We'll never know what we're going to talk about. Anything goes, and you know, never know what's going to happen. So I think I got band boxes next week, and then something Funko. I haven't figured that part out yet.
That's how I felt. Just something Funko next week. Just make sure you go check it out.
So
something Funko coming up.
Again, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit those subscribe buttons as well as those post notifications. So that way next week you get notified when we do go live. So other than that, guys, that's all we have for you guys. Always enjoy the time you have given us, as well as the great chat. The great chat we get. We have some great supporters on this channel that give us some great information. So we always appreciate that. Until next week.
Have a good one, guys.
It's been fun.